1986. And the Bangles were having a bad day. Wedding bells rang out for the most important marriage of the year. And it was wham, bam and thank you man as we said farewell to Pop's perfect pair. It was also the year our family of 6 packed up the car and headed off for the first of many adventures in Spain. Some of my all-time favourite memories are those wonderful family holidays I shared with my sisters Lara and Naomi and my brother Julian.
It's been about 15 years since my mum Priscilla and I have been back to that part of Spain, so we're looking forward to getting back out there again and seeing how the place has changed.
It's a novelty for us to be flying to Spain. When we used to make this journey in our car, it took 3 days and 2 ferries. Costa Brava is in the northeastern part of Spain and it literally means wild coast.
My goodness, it's just so amazing after all these years to be back in the Costa Brava. And what was your sort of happiest memories of coming back all those times?
Well, it was a nice time for the family because you were young and you were excited and travelling, you know, that distance through France, through Spain, and just arriving at the place, we were all excited.
So it was just like the 6 of us, the family there, and then we used to get in the car again and explore these different areas. Yeah, we should go and try and find some of those places that we actually, you know, stayed, the villas and everything.
See if you can remember.
Yeah.
On our very first trip to the Costa Brava, we stayed in an apartment in the small seaside town of Platja de Aro.
I definitely know that it was that set of apartments and we were like on the 2nd level. So it would have been one of those balconies there that were linked to our apartment.
I loved this town as a kid and it doesn't take much to make all the memories come flooding back.
I definitely remember the whale.
Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're just...
It looks exactly the same. I'm
the big racing cars.
Yes. I used to love this place.
You're so fine, just to know that you are mine.
Now I'm old.
This trip was also our first proper beach holiday and we were in our element.
I don't remember this beach, but you obviously do.
Probably like Steph. Do you not remember you used to pass the cafes along the beach? And I was always said, I'm going to come back and sit there one day.
Oh,
yeah.
And now you've come back.
During our family holidays, Mum would have to cook for the 6 of us, so this time I am treating her.
Bon profit.
Bon profit.
That means have a nice meal, enjoy your lobster. It was caught in there earlier on today. What was your ultimate favourite memory?
Well, it was fun when we used to drive around all the different areas and we had the Humperdinck on and you used to all sing along. Yeah. And the moon was shining and we were all happy and we were going out and something nice to eat. And, yeah, good time. You let me cry.
Blue Spanish eyes, teardrops are falling from your Spanish eyes.
We came back to the Costa Brava each year to a different place, and one of my favourite trips was to a tiny fishing village called Tamarillo. And it's great to see it's barely changed.
Cheese! Oh, cool!
Oh, that's right, cheese.
I think I preferred the one of 20 years ago.
Back then, we thought we'd hit the big time, staying in a villa with our very own pool.
That's the pool that we all used to play in. And it's quite funny because those sun loungers used to be white plasticky ones and we used to throw them in the pool for some strange reason, as kids do. And we used to sit and have our dinners over there where the barbecue area is. And I mean, it really all does just look the same, apart from it used to be white and blue, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's been great to see all our old haunts. The Costa Brava has a beautiful coastline, and one of the best ways to see all the sights is to take to the seas. We're taking a trip on the Raphael, a classic sailing boat built in 1915.
I used to remember that we would have all played card games and used to have wee tournaments, and I used to get quite competitive and want to win the card games. I think that's possibly the only thing I was ever competitive at.
It's been a great trip down memory lane, but I've decided to treat my mum and take her just down the coast to one of my favourite cities in the world. I love this city, and one of the best ways to take it all in is to get on the bus.
So you've never been to Barcelona before?
No, and I've never been in an open-top bus either.
Two first?
Yes.
Barcelona is home to some of the most incredible architecture, and this is one of the icons that dominates the landscape, Anton Gaudi's Sagrada Familia.
I've stepped inside and I expected to find, as you would with most churches, a nice quiet scene, people worshipping. But here we are in the middle of a construction site.
It's very much a work in progress.
Good news is apparently it's going to be finished in 2030. So you want to go and give them a hand? Gaudi's work is all over Barcelona, and there's no better example than this. It is absolutely stunning and very popular too, even if it is raining.
By the magic of TV, this is what it looks like in the sunshine.
But rather unfortunately, the magic of television doesn't quite work out in real life. But hey, on the plus side, it's still quite warm.
Rain shower over, but sadly it's time to say goodbye to Barcelona.
Hasn't it just been absolutely brilliant to come back to the Costa Brava? What a ball we've had. What has been your favourite part of it all?
Favourite part of the trip for me was going back to Tamarillo and Fediaro and to the apartments and the surrounding areas. It's really fantastic.
I think we should actually make it an annual thing.
I think so,
Come
yeah.
back maybe next time, bring the rest of the family.
That'd be great.
It's been fantastic to spend time with my mum and take this incredible trip down memory lane. It's reminded me what a great mum she was and still is to all of us.